Jeff and Jeremy here online, KZOZ.com. We found this guy. Where'd you find this guy? On the internet?
I think I saw one of his advertisements or something on the side of an article. It was the article we were reading about Atascadero's open container law, and I saw it and I looked at it because it was an interesting name. It's called Really Dead Cow, and it's a beef jerky company. I was like, oh, it must be a local beef jerky company. I'd check it out, and come to find out that it's like a subscription based type service. It's kind of interesting. Because I love beef jerky and I love,
we love beef jerky.
Giving my credit card information over to a company and having them charge me on a monthly basis.
Well, it's nice and it's convenient because the problem with me is I always have to buy it at a convenience store because they always have the most selection. That and seeds. I wish somebody would do this with sunflower seeds.
But finding a convenience store that has the right selection of beef jerky is very hard.
Yeah. Just in general. So anyways, this guy, we tried his jerky. We love it. His name is Anthony Randazzo. The company is reallydeadcow.com.
The marinade smells so good. I dream of bathing in it. Ooh, moonshine maple.
I mean, it's one thing to really enjoy the jerky, but who's this babe? Anthony joined us. Anthony Randazzo, Really Dead Cow Beef Jerky. This is something that Jeff kind of ran across, and it sounded so interesting to us. Beef jerky delivered to your doorstep in a club. We all like to be a part of clubs nowadays. Anthony is the founder of Really Dead Cow Beef Jerky. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. So I say this is the Netflix of beef jerky, essentially.
Hopefully someday.
You live here locally, correct?
Yep, I grew up in Atascadero and over here in foggy, smoky Morro Bay right now.
Yeah, everything's smoky. So do you, when you smell the smoke in the air, do you get a hankering for your own product?
A little bit. For a while, the neighbors were kind of crowding around my front door every time I'd make a batch.
I can imagine. Now, I don't know about, I think most guys, I don't know. I like to make my own beef jerky. It is a bit of labor. I got a dehydrator and I mess around with the marinade. I know from kind of looking into what you're doing, this is kind of a family recipe that you've put your tweak into a little bit to perfect, right?
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do. My Uncle Joe, my godfather, actually had been making it for a long time, and I wouldn't really call myself a big beef jerky guy, but whenever he would bring a batch over, I would just be like, man, this stuff's amazing. How do you do this stuff? And so over the years, he kind of showed me some tricks of the trade.
Now, subscription service. This is a first for the beef jerky space, I would assume. Is there other guys that are doing the subscription-based beef jerky?
Not that I found. There's definitely jerky clubs that are out there where they'll ship you different batches or different products, their favorites or whatever. But I think we're the first. So just wanted to start something kind of unique and original. And it's just all my friends and family, whenever I would make a batch, they would be, hey, man, this stuff's really good. We need to turn this into something. And so I just started growing it organically about 5, 6, 7 years ago, and now it's really starting to
We're talking
get
with
some wings.
Anthony Randazzo. He's the owner, founder of Really Dead Cow. And how's business going for you?
It's pretty good. All things considering, kind of the unique time to start a company. Literally, we started in about March, right when COVID hit. So it was kind of a crazy scenario where we're going, wow, all right, we need to kind of modify the game plan here. I've been doing some test marketing over the last couple of years and doing Google surveys and all that, gathering a lot of information from, friends and family. And so, it's been kind of a crazy ride, but I'm pretty pleased with how things have been taken off.
Now, outside of the fact that you can join and I'm going to call it a club because it's kind of like once you sign up for the delivery, it's kind of like you're in a club and you can get this shipped out to you every month and you can get, 3 bags, 6 bags, 9 bags, depending on how much jerky you're going to eat. What kind of separates you from the beef jerky game that's out there right now? Because there's a lot of different beef jerky out there. Some of it's pretty good. Some of it I'm not a big fan of, like this new movement where we have this big, thick, soft, chewy. You know, it's too soft. The jerky is too soft nowadays.
I agree. I have a unique texture, a little more cowboy style, so it is a little bit drier. But it's one of those things where you kind of put in your mouth and tear off a piece, and then the flavors really just start coming out. And by the end of the bite, you almost don't want to swallow it because it's very flavorful. So I've been trying to use some of my Uncle Joe's secret ingredients for tenderizing, so it has a little bit of a different texture. So it's a little drier. I agree with you. I completely hate that soft, mushy, compressed meat. Ugh.
I want something I can chew on for a while, and that's when I was having yours, and I had the mesquite pepper yesterday. I haven't got to the others, but I tell you, I'm a big fan of the mesquite pepper. And what I liked about it was I could sit there and chew on a piece for like 5 minutes. Just the flavor just kept coming.
Yes,
it didn't
exactly.
get, after a while, sometimes you lose all the salt and everything and all the good flavor. But the smoky and the saltiness just kept there, and that's why I was impressed with it.
It's I liken it to, and I don't know how deep into jerky you are, but growing up, Jeremy and I both grew up in the Pacific Northwest, and Alberto jerky was the standard up there because that's where it was made. And then I don't know if they got absorbed by a bigger company or something like that, but Alberto switched their model. They used to make beef jerky much like yours. Now they've switched to where the jerky they sell is no different from the Jack Links or the stuff that you get at Costco. And it's that tender stuff. So there's no jerky, real jerky, or as you call it, cowboy jerky. That's why when you came along, we were like, oh, you raised some eyebrows. A really dead cow.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I think a lot of it is just the doing the small batches and and putting a little bit of love into it. I think one time, once you kind of scale things up, a lot of times if you get bought out by a Frito-Lay, all of a sudden you're going to be doing a 50,000 pound batch, and you're not going to get the same kind of quality. But I think generally speaking, a lot of people probably like that soft stuff that's out, they like it, and it's maybe easier for them to chew. Not everybody, I'm not trying to please everybody with this brand. Obviously it's a little bit of a kind of slap in the face kind of a branding as well. But I really just want to kind of stick to what I like and what my family and friends and now what you guys like too, something that's a little that rugged cowboy style.
That's Anthony Randazzo with reallydeadcow.com. You got to check out this new beef jerky delivered right to your door. We'll chat a little bit more about the process and how the actually subscription service works when we come back.
Wake up.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here. We're talking with Anthony Randazzo. reallydeadcow.com is the website. This is a beef jerky company that will deliver your jerky in 3 different options, by the way. You can do 3, 6, or 9 packs every single month to your house. You don't have to think about it. It just shows up, and it's really damn good.
Explain to us how the subscription service works a little bit. I mean, where we get beef jerky delivered to our house on a monthly basis.
So I have a warehouse and fulfillment center in San Luis Obispo. And so as soon as we do a batch once a month. And then we have our membership or club. And so once you join the club, you decide which, how many bags you want, 3, 6, or 9, make it really simple. And then we ship out on the 7th of every month. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It just shows up. I've been getting texts from my buddies and even in Texas and Florida going, hey, man, I'm so happy I got my jerky today, and so it's just easy.
Okay, so we got the hickory, which is a pretty typical one. The peppered mesquite, I think, which was the one I had, and I really loved it. I haven't tried the chipotle yet. Now, these are your 3 main flavors. Are you already thinking about other flavors kind of down the road, or is it just these 3 right now?
It's these 3 right now. I've got a new one coming out, the Moonshine Maple. And that'll be coming out probably in the next month or 2 for the holidays. But I'm extra proud of that Hubie Chipotle. That's a real special one. You guys should try it for sure. That is a tribute to my buddy Kevin, who is one of my best friends and in a band, the Driftwood Brothers, with me. And it was his grandpa who passed away, Hubie, and he's just a legend. Like we've written Kevin wrote a song about him. This legendary guy. And so the family actually made a Hubie Chipotle sauce in his honor. And so it's actually one of the key ingredients for this particular jerky. It has a really nice flavor.
It's reallydeadcow.com. I call it the Netflix of beef jerky. And I got to be honest with you, you sent us samples of each. And yesterday I got the 3 o'clock munchies at my desk, and it's like 3 o'clock. I don't want to run out. I want to finish my work. I know I'm going to leave in like an hour and a half. And what do I do? And then I realized, I got the beef jerky there. But then I realized also, if I join your subscription service, that if I enter in at the 3 bag a month level, it's not going to be enough because I tore through 2 very quickly.
But I was sitting here looking at the pricing, and what is it, like $23.95 or something like that for 3 bags for a month? I mean, that's a smoking deal. I mean, that's very, if not competitive, a little bit better than what you're going to buy at the store.
Did you mean to say smoking deal?
Yeah, smoking deal. Yeah. Okay, now I'm a jerky guy. I told you I like to make jerky. I have a dehydrator. I also have a smoker. And so my question always is, and you can answer this or you don't have to. I don't want to ask you about your secret ingredients or your tenderizing stuff and all that. But when you marinate your meat, how long do you marinate the meat for? 24 hours? Do you do more than that, or would you rather not answer?
The whole process from start to finish is about 4 days. So I'll give you that information.
Okay.
And that includes the marination process and the dehydration process.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you must not know Jeremy that well because he hates doing math, and now you've now.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'm pretty sure you're marinating longer than you're dehydrating because my dehydrator doesn't take that long, but who knows? Maybe it's a very slow, smoky process.
What if people want to try the beef jerky before they subscribe? Is there a place for them to get it on your website?
So you can also do a one-time purchase. We're going to give out a discount code today for all the listeners, $10 off if they put in KZOZ.
Oh, cool.
Check out. So that's kind of cool. But it's been a little bit more difficult. I was originally planning on doing some farmers markets and things like that and music festivals and trying to get people to be able to sample it, because that's what really makes people want to join the club, is when they try it and they're going, wow, okay, this is a little different than what I expected. So it is a little bit harder, but for all the listeners today, go to reallydeadcow.com and put in KZOZ. You get $10 off, even if you just want 1 bag. So whatever.
So reallydeadcow.com is the website. Yesterday, I shared a link to your page on our Facebook so people could check it out, letting people know that we were going to have you on. So you can also get it on our Facebook page at Jeff and Jeremy, but it's reallydeadcow.com.
And it's really good.
Look forward to enjoying more of this, man.
You have something to be proud of in your beef jerky acumen, my friend.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your guys' support. Let's keep the movement on.
Yeah. Make sure stay in touch. Stay in touch and tell us how it goes, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Take it easy.